Hi, welcome to the Big W episode 44. Let's face it, sometimes it's safer and more convenient to pull out your cell phone, call an Uber or Lyft, and leave the driving to someone else. So what's the difference between Uber and Lyft, and how do those differences affect both passengers and drivers? We're also going to discuss the kinds of vehicles you can have when you order a ride, a little history into both companies, and what you can expect all in general. Stick with us.
Why, that's it! Look! It's a big W, I tell you! It's a big W!
Uber and Lyft are both app-based taxi alternatives, and while there are other rideshare companies around, Uber and Lyft are the behemoths in the field. Both companies had their IPOs on Wall Street within 2 weeks of each other. Both offer rides to passengers in the United States and Canada, and although they may seem interchangeable, there's differences between the two of them. Uber, for example, is more than just US and Canada, it's international, and Lyft is a company that operates in the United States and Canada only. There are different levels of service that's offered on the Lyft app, depending on the kind of vehicle you might want to have come pick you up. You can order a smaller vehicle that takes up to 4 passengers plus the driver, or you can order a larger Lyft ride for more passengers and a little higher price. Both Uber and Lyft allow you to bring along other passengers up to the limit the vehicle will hold for no additional cost. After you order a ride, your Lyft smartphone app notifies you when the arrival of the driver can be expected. If your trip requires you to add stops and take longer than originally planned, you can easily do that inside the Lyft app even while the ride is going on. The price will go up, however, and what the app gives you is only an estimate of the cost. Now, Uber not only offers rides in the United States and Canada, as I said, but in other cities around the world, in many different countries, including Europe, Central and South America, Africa, Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, for example. Both Uber and Lyft require a vehicle that have at least 4 doors, not have a lot of cosmetic damage, and not be too old. Both companies put the drivers through a yearly background check so that you can feel confident the person coming to pick you up doesn't have a criminal record. That helps. The drivers for both Uber and Lyft are independent contractors with few exceptions. The vehicle drivers use belong to the driver and can be of various sizes and shapes. Now, Lyft started operating in 2012. On their website, you can see the cities where the ride service operates in Canada and in the US. You can catch a Lyft ride in all 50 states and in Washington, D.C. Lyft offers 4 different kinds of vehicles, each coming with a different price for the passengers. Here they are. Lyft XL provides rides and vehicles for up to 5 passengers. Lyft Lux will get you a premium ride in the luxury vehicle. Lyft Black will get you a premium ride car service with a luxury vehicle. And Lyft Black XL will get you a ride in a premium black SUV for up to 5 passengers. Not all vehicle types are available in all cities, depending on what drivers have available. Remember, the vehicles are personally owned by the drivers, not by the Lyft or Uber, and not all drivers have big fancy cars. Once a ride has begun, a passenger can make changes, like I said, right from the smartphone by adding stops or even changing the destination. These changes will affect the price the passenger pays for the ride, and the changes go directly to the driver's phone immediately. No money is actually exchanged between the passenger and the driver. The passenger pays for the ride, although only through the app, and typically the driver gets about 1/3 of what the passenger pays. Both Uber and Lyft riders can tip their drivers through the app at the time of destination or up to 72 hours after the ride is completed. Drivers keep 100% of their tips, by the way, and the Lyft app passengers can split the cost of a ride between other passengers if they like. Uber was founded in 2009 as Uber Cab and later changed the name to just Uber. Uber's bigger than Lyft and has subsequently received a lot more negative press. In fact, in 2017, the FBI started investigating an Uber corporate practice of tracking drivers who drive for both Uber and Lyft. Uber has at least 9 classes of vehicle, depending on the availability in the local city. UberX offers rides for up to 4 passengers. This is the most common type of Uber ride for people. Uber Comfort is a newer vehicle with extra legroom. Uber XL provides you with an SUV and can take groups of up to 6 people. Uber SUV provides luxury SUV service for groups of up to 6 people. And in some cities, there's a thing called Uber Pool, where customers with different starting and ending points are traveling in the same direction and can share rides and costs. Uber Black is a ride with a professional driver in a black town car and can take up to 4 people. Remember, I told you there's a lot of different kinds of Uber. Uber Black SUV is just like Uber Black, but can take up to 7 passengers. Uber Wave is a category for riders in a wheelchair or a scooter by a driver trained in assisting passengers. Finally, a new service on the block is Uber Taxi. Uber Taxi lets you hail a yellow cab from the Uber app. Uber has minimum vehicle requirements. In Los Angeles, vehicles must be no more than 15 years old and have 4 doors. The automobile must be in good condition with no cosmetic damage and must have working air conditioning. Thank goodness for those hot days. Uber fares include a base fare plus time and distance. Fares vary by vehicle type, of course, and the city of service. Surge pricing during times of peak demand will increase the fare. After requesting a ride, the Uber app shows all nearby drivers, their photos, automobile specifications, and the license number of the car. Customers can add tips to their fares, and drivers can also accept cash tips. They get 100% of the tips. So there you have it, the differences between Uber and Lyft and what you can expect, and the different type of vehicles that might come and pick you up. So I hope you found this video helpful. Stick around for my next video.